Have you ever walked into a room full of people and felt like everyone suddenly noticed you? Not because you did anything wrong, but because your mind whispered, they're watching you, they're judging you. Don't say something stupid. It's a strange kind of fear. Invisible, quiet, but completely consuming. You crave connection, but the moment it becomes possible, your chest tightens, your mind starts spinning, and all you want is to disappear. Social anxiety is not about being shy. It's about surviving constant internal chaos. Every interaction feels like walking a tightrope between wanting to be seen and wanting to vanish. You analyze every gesture, every pause, every look. You wonder if your smile looked fake, if your laugh was too loud, if your silence made you look cold. You replay conversations in your head like a director reviewing a bad scene, over and over, searching for what you could have done differently. You walk away from social moments, not feeling relief but exhaustion. Because for you, being around people isn't just interaction, it's performance. And when the world tells you no one's judging you, it doesn't help because your body doesn't believe it. Your heart races, your hands shake, and your mind screams danger. Rationally, you know you're safe. Emotionally, you're not. Social anxiety isn't a thought. It's a survival mechanism that never turned off. Somewhere in your past, your brain learned that attention equals pain. Maybe it was a teacher who mocked you when you spoke up. Maybe it was friends who made you the joke. Maybe it was a family that taught you love had conditions, so your nervous system decided to protect you the only way it knew how, by keeping you small, quiet, hidden. But there's a cruel twist. The same walls that protect you from judgment also keep you away from belonging. You build a fortress around yourself, only to feel trapped inside it. You long for connection but dread the spotlight. You want love but fear exposure. And every time you choose safety over connection, the loneliness grows a little heavier. You start to believe maybe something is wrong with you. But nothing is wrong with you. You are simply fighting an invisible battle with your own thoughts. It's like standing in front of a mirror that lies. You look at yourself and only see the flaws, the shaky voice, the awkward smile, the things you didn't say. But the truth is, no one else sees you the way you see yourself. They see a person, nervous, yes, but human. You see a disaster. And just like a cracked mirror, your mind distorts your reflection until you can no longer trust what you see. You think you're broken, but you're not. You're just terrified of being seen without the mask you've learned to wear. Here's something few people understand. Social anxiety is not just fear of others. It's fear of yourself when seen through others' eyes. It's not, I'm afraid they'll hate me. It, I am afraid I'll confirm what I already believe about me. Deep down, social anxiety is a battle with self-worth. It is the constant tension between wanting to be known and fearing that being known means being rejected. So you hide. You stay home when friends invite you out. You cancel plans, and then feel guilty. You scroll through social media, wishing you could be like everyone else. Effortless, open, free. But you can't, because your mind won't let you. And yet, there's a quiet intelligence in your fear. People with social anxiety are not weak. They're hyper-aware. You feel energy, tone, silence. You notice things others miss. But that sensitivity, without compassion for yourself, becomes self-destruction. You think deeply about every move you make, every word you say. You try to predict the reactions of others. But in doing so, you lose touch with your own authenticity. You start living as a reflection of what you think others want. You stop being and start managing perception. Sometimes you sit in a cafe and imagine what it would feel like to just breathe, to exist without wondering how you look while doing it. to talk without rehearsing, to laugh without calculating, to simply belong. But belonging feels foreign when your own mind has been your harshest critic for years. That's why healing doesn't start with forcing yourself into crowds. It starts with changing the voice inside your head, the one that says, "You're not enough. You'll embarrass yourself. They don't like you." That voice isn't truth. It's fear wearing your tone. Imagine this. Your mind, like a loyal guard, has been standing at the gate for years, protecting you from harm. But in doing so, it never learned that the war ended long ago. It still sees danger everywhere. And every time you walk into a room, it raises the alarm. Healing means gently retraining that guard. Not by yelling at it, not by trying to silence it, but by teaching it that you're safe now, that you can handle rejection, that you don't need perfection to deserve peace. You are not broken for feeling anxious around people. Your body is simply remembering moments when it wasn't safe to be seen. Maybe it was a classroom full of laughter when you misspoke. Maybe it was a parent who said, "Don't be weird." Maybe it was just the slow accumulation of tiny humiliations that no one else remembers, but you still do. Those memories live in your nervous system, not your mind. That's why logic doesn't fix it. Healing isn't intellectual, it's emotional. It's about showing your body that you're no longer in danger. Some days, that healing looks like saying hello to a stranger. Some days, it's staying in bed and forgiving yourself for not being ready. Both are progress, because courage isn't the absence of fear, it's movement through it. Every small moment where you choose truth over comfort rewires the mind that once only knew survival. One day, you'll walk into a room and your heart will still race. But you'll breathe through it. You'll speak, and your voice will shake. But you won't hate yourself for it. You'll laugh. And even if no one laughs with you, it won't matter. Because you'll realize your worth isn't measured by how others respond, but by the fact that you showed up at all. Maybe that's the real transformation. Learning that you can live without hiding, that you can exist without performing, that people might not love you perfectly, but that's okay. You no longer need everyone to like you. You just need to like the version of yourself that tried. And when you start to see yourself with compassion, the anxiety softens, the overthinking slows, the need to control fades. Because social anxiety isn't a flaw, it's a wound, and wounds heal when exposed to light. You are not socially defective. You are emotionally intelligent in overdrive. You sense energy, tone, silence, because once it was the only way to stay safe. But now you can use that same sensitivity for connection instead of protection. That same awareness that once kept you small can now help you understand people deeply. The fear that isolated you can become empathy that connects you. You weren't invisible. You were just in a place where no one knew how to see you properly. So imagine this. You walk into a room, and instead of scanning faces for threat, you notice warmth. You let the moment unfold without control. You speak with small courage. You laugh without calculating. You exist, not perfectly, but fully. That is healing. Not the erasure of fear, but peace with its presence. Some days will still be heavy. You'll still overthink. You'll still feel out of place. But growth isn't linear. It's like a spiral. You'll revisit the same feelings, but from a higher place each time. And one day, you'll look back and realize the silence that once felt suffocating now feels peaceful. The solitude that once felt like punishment now feels like home. You are not alone. You never were. There are millions of quiet hearts walking through this world just like you. Thoughtful, careful, kind, afraid. And maybe we all just need to know that it's okay to feel scared and still try anyway. If these words felt familiar, Leave a single in the comments. No need to explain. I'll know what it means. And if you want to keep exploring the mind, subscribe. Not for motivation, but for understanding. Because in this space, you don't have to perform. You just have to be.